and or we want you to make sure that you are actually well communicated with. All right. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody good? I only seen four people say hello. Good morning. Hopefully all of you are doing. Oh, can everybody hear me? Do I need to turn anything up? All of those. I know we have a lot of people on the phone as well. Can everybody hear me? Yes, yes. Oh, you hear me? Okay, good. I need some water. That's what I need. I think my voice is a little bit hoarse. Yesterday, I buried my father-in-law, so that was it. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going. We're actually in the last quarter of the year, and what I would like to do is just kind of go over some of the basic fundamentals of marketing. How many people, and I know this, like, how many people are literally 100% committed to being in vacations, being a part of vacation? This is your business. All right. Or should I ask this question? How many of you would like for this business to actually pay you uh, $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and you want it for that particular vehicle? Now, I know some folks are using it just for their vacation, slash just, would I use this for my vacation club? Yes. Anybody ever owned a timeshare? Do we have any timeshare owners in here? Anybody ever owned a timeshare? Okay. Normally, when you get a timeshare because it gives you an opportunity to save a lot of money while you're actually using your particular for your particularly for your stay, right? Like you because that's where a lot of the money is actually um distributed. Like normally if you have a family and you're staying somewhere for 8 days, 7 nights for a week, to stay at your typical hotel today, it would cost you anywhere from maybe, a very nice place. It would cost you at least $100. The reason why I know timeshares are what valuable because a lot of people that's $700 just for the stay. And then when you start adding that up over a period of time, it becomes very, very. You're spending a lot of money that they're bringing to your identity that you're giving it away. So if you could invest that same money into a property, then to them it makes sense. You correct? So some people get timeshares to help them save money. A lot of people get some people may be in vacations. Like for instance, this is where most people, when they get into vacations, they see a more affordable way to travel. You follow what I'm saying? Like when I got into this business, the first thing that really grasped my attention, it was the member trips. Can I just be honest with you? It was the member trips, right? And those member trips are phenomenal. They're very well discounted at the end of the day. So, can somebody say how much does it cost for your member trips? Your member trips are how much are your member trip? I mean, your membership fee for vacations. How much are your membership fee? 69.95. So today we are going to do some math. Okay. Now, with your membership being 69.95, that covers a number of things, a plethora of things. Am I correct in saying that? That covers a plethora of things. You're 69.95. So now let's go here. $69.95, which is about $70. $70 times 12 is how much? It's about $840 a year, right? So if you paid that $840 a year, is that a business expense? Yes or no? Is that a business expense? That's a business expense. So with it being a business expense, you can write that off at the end of the year, correct? That whole $840 you can write. So for me to come into vacations and pay that $840 and take at least one trip, okay? Would it be worth me paying that 800 or and should I say investing the $840? Is that worth for me? Now, ladies and gentlemen, is it possible that there are other things that's out there that's more? You have a lot of companies now that's basically, you know, uh, which we call competitors, that have come up and they're saying, okay, ours is 69, ours is 59, ours is 39, ours is 29. Well, if that's the case, and all you're here for is just that, because at the end of the day, to be a travel agent, if you really want to be a travel agent, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, do you actually have to use vacations as a host? No, you do not have to use vacations as a host. You can actually, go, there's a lot of hosting companies out there. But when you decide to get into the business and build a business, there's a difference, right? In your decision making. And hopefully everybody is going to go with me on today of what we're actually looking at. So when you actually look at the 69, when people spend money or invest money, what are they really looking for? What are they actually looking for when they invest that money? They're looking for value. That's it. That's like and hopefully, and I want everybody to get this. Hopefully when you signed up, you didn't sign up for the person to just help them. You follow what I'm saying? Because listen, all right, Rashina, I'm gonna just sign up, because I'm gonna help. I want to support you, right? Is that the right reason to sign up in a network marketing business and pay 79 or $89 to help somebody? Listen, if you want to help somebody, you can book your travel with them without paying a monthly fee every single night. Am I correct in saying that? You don't have to do all that. You can sign up. When you sign up in these businesses, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, you must have a level um, of value for you and your family. Now, at the end of the day, my first question is, would I still keep vacations if I wasn't not doing the network side of the business? I mean, yeah, the network side of the business. If I was doing it just for the travel side. Now, watch this, ladies and gentlemen. The only way this thing becomes valuable to you there is if you use it. It's just like the timeshare. People would buy the timeshare, right? People would buy that timeshare and not use it. Am I making sense? This is the thing. Like a person, because a lot of people that would sit down at that table with me, because I used to sell timeshare. And the average timeshare that I sold was $14,900. Are you following what I'm saying? 14,000. So when the closer got finished with and that's why a lot of people, when they went to there, we would know just what to do. We would throw the biggest price at you. It was like the first price you saw after you saw the video. It was going to be 29,000. I think it was $999. Hear what I'm saying? And people would actually do what? They would literally, you had some people that would buy that thing in a heartbeat. They pick it up right there, 20, $30,000. They go in, they give us their credit card. It might be a $500 or $600 down payment, $1,500 down payment. They bought it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, is there only one timeshare company out there? No, no. Do they have competitors and things of that nature as well? Sure, they do, right? So understanding the business side of vacations, when you got started, you must see the value in your company. And it's going to be emotional for a lot of people when it comes to spending money. Anybody ever heard of buyer's remorse? Anybody ever heard of buyer's remorse? Right? A lot of people, you'll see a lot of it when you're looking at bigger price tags. So you got a lot of that. That's why they have to put a clause up there for most days that you have at least 3 days to cancel. Am I correct in saying that? So with that being said, it gives that person, they'll go home and they'll get that buyer's remorse. And we used to say, in fact, even when I was selling the beds and stuff, we would be like, you're not going to get a commission until that person's goes through, right? Because at the end of the day, it wasn't all the way down. So if it was really a bunch of hype, then normally you will run into your buyer's remorse. Is that making sense? So I'm really helping some people here to actually really get this, and as I'm going up into my training on today. All right. So with that being said, in order to see value, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you have actually used this product at some extent? Like, I mean, I don't care if it was just a hotel room. I don't care if it was a car rental. I don't care if it was one of the member trips or maybe, booked a trip or something like that. How many of you have actually used this product? The people who actually use the product, I don't see, you got to use it. Okay, who has not used the product? Let's ask that. That's important. Who has not been able to use the product yet? Okay, it's some people that has not been able. I know that has not, that actually did not use this product. I know they haven't. Okay, but it is so important that you use the product. Go on a vacation. And now let me share something with you. A lot of people will be just like this. Watch this. A lot of people will be just like this. They'll look at some stuff, right? And then they'll go and say, well, I found it cheaper. I found it cheaper. I found it cheaper. I found a hotel room on Groupon. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I'm gonna have Lynn come over here for a second just to share with you the last international trip we just took. Lynn, if you could come over here for a second, into my office. I want her to actually share the last trip. Anybody, the Barcelona, we went to the Punta Cana, Barcelona, blah, blah, blah. Anybody go on that trip to Barcelona? I know some of you, I know Shirley went. Len, Len, hold on. Maybe she's not. I'm trying to get Lynn in here. Um, Let me see. I know Miss Travel Diva. She's been with us for a long time. I'm going to see if I can give you the. I know Nina went. Shirley went. Let me see if I can give you the mic. I know she's been, and I know she uses this product. The other thing about Monique is she's been in the industry herself as far as traveling ever. Let me see if you can get this. If you can talk, if you can connect to that, let me know. If you can, I'll just have you give me a call. But a lot of people look at this and literally think that it, you know, um, they can find. I've found stuff better, but it is so important that you actually learn how to actually do this. Can you talk, Monique? Are you able to talk? If not, just call me on my phone. I want people to understand how much this, because we did the math on this and we actually went on the site. Did anybody actually check the room that you stayed in and look at what it cost for a retail rate for the room? Did anybody look to see what that was? Okay. What kind of price? Deidre Lynn, I'm asking you to come into this office so that you could talk. Okay, and I also have Miss Travel Diva calling. What kind of price? What price did you find for the room that we say stay, Stephanie, per night? Do you hear me calling? Oh, I was going to the door. Oh, I got another gift. I got a package. Yes, it's Christmas. Oh. You said $44 for the room we stayed in Barcelona? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have Lynn talk to you guys because we did this, and I just want you to understand, you know, the value of what we have just for the trip that we went to in Barcelona. Um, okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead. Good morning, everybody. I actually priced, that was the Barcelo Bavaro Palace Deluxe, and I priced that for a couple who actually saw Kemp and I's pictures, and they were really excited about the jacuzzi on the balcony and the oceanfront room that we had. And we had a junior oceanfront suite. And for that, for 5 days, 4 nights, including your airfare, comes to about $4,200 for a couple. How much was the room a night itself? Don't include the airfare, just the room for a night to stay at that particular. Well, see, I did a package. I didn't break it down per night. Well, what would be out without the airfare? Let's see. I'm trying to think because when I book for clients, I bake everything and it doesn't break all of that out like that. I just get a total price. But I want to say that for the room, I know for a fact it was about 350 or 375 a night. That was the vacation rate that we got. So the retail rate actually is going to be more than that. Right. See, when you really actually understand, and you might be looking at it from a package and things of that nature, but just because of the buying power that we actually have. Now, in that particular resort, we took 1,200 people. No, matter of fact, it was a little bit more than that. Yeah, we took close to 1,500 people to Barcelona. Just on that, do you think that vacations or extreme travel is going to get a better price if you took? It's just like if you did a group. It doesn't matter when you do a group or whatever the case may be, ladies and gentlemen. You're always going to get a better price. So from that standpoint, when you're actually sharing the opportunity, why would a person actually join vacations? It would be for that reason, the buying power that the company has. You're a part of a network. When you look at a number of things that you're able to get. Now, just on the other hand, for a person to just get a room once a night, and in fact, what me and Lynn did while we went there, we actually did get two extra. Now, watch this. We got two extra nights outside of what vacation's rate was. Now, what happened?
Okay, now with that, we paid what did we pay?
70.
We paid $75 per person per night, and that was for two extra nights. There was four of us in the room. Now the interesting thing that happened, I was like, wow, we got such a great deal. We got such a great deal. But when we checked out of the one room and then rechecked in for the extra two nights, our room, the quality of our room or accommodations were different. So the room that we had
Mm.
with vacation was considered at the premium level, and certain things were included because of the premium, like the Wi-Fi, reservations at their specialty restaurants. So when we changed our room and went to the $75 per person per night rate,
And that was a travel agent rate. That wasn't even if you called them and said, we want to stay here outside, right?
right, that was the standard industry rate for a travel agent. Doesn't matter if you're with vacation or whoever you're with. If you were a travel agent, you could have gotten that room for as low as $75 per person per night. And when we got to the room was still nice. It was still a great room, but
Hmm.
we had to pay for our internet all of a sudden. The free restaurant reservations that we did enjoy in the other room were all of a sudden $30 a night per person
Hmm.
to make restaurant reservations. So there is definitely a difference in the value, and just knowing that, because just knowing that, I would no longer question, whether or not we were getting a great deal with vacation, because it is obvious that we had a top of the line room. That oceanfront view, that view that we had from that room was incredible. And we went to the other side of the resort, and I had a view of somebody else's room.
Right, right. And we had to walk 3 flights up. No, I'm just saying we didn't
Yeah,
have an
we
elevator.
did.
We didn't
Yep,
have
we
no
sure
elevator.
did.
And see the reason why we're saying that, right? Okay, Monique again. The reason why we're saying that and we do this because it will help you sell travel to your clients. You follow what I'm saying? Because a lot of clients will say, well, I can find it cheaper on Groupon. You follow what I'm saying? And it is possibly that you'll get on that resort and find it cheaper, but it'll literally nickel and dime you on other parts that you don't have. That's how you actually learn how to sell travel. And then you're also speaking from experience. You're not speaking from just looking. You're a travel agent who travels versus a travel agent who doesn't. Your travel agent who travels is always going to outsell a travel agent that sits in the office for 12 hours just trying to book travel. Any day, all day, period. Thank you, Lynn.
You are welcome, Mr. Motivator.
All right. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I just really want you to understand the value. So when you're sharing this information, it's not hypish. It's not hypish, right? And if it's not hypish and the person may move on their emotions, like when I got started, it wasn't even on my emotions. The numbers just made sense. They had a member trip for $243 on a Royal Caribbean, the Enchantment of the Seas, for $248 to be exact. Go, and that was included port charges and taxes. No, it didn't include my airfare, but at the end of the day, uh, uh, 8 day, 7 night cruise on Royal Caribbean. It went to Jamaica, Puerto da Playa, and it went to Cozumel, the Western Caribbean. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, my very first question to the gentleman, my sponsor, I said, what do I have to do in order to take that particular trip? And you know what he said? Just join the business. Just join the network. I said, I don't have to, meet a quota or nothing like that. He said, no, just join. I was like, now listen, 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 listen. At that time, it was $59.95 a month, right? I got in April the 29th. So that means I would have paid April, May, June, July, and August. I would have paid about 4 months worth of monthly fees. So $248 plus the 100 and I want to say 69 when I joined was like 170. That was another, let's just say $200. And then the 4 months. If I did not join, but for that one cruise, are you following what I'm saying? If I didn't join, but for that one cruise, and I can say, oh, I can quit. The other thing is, guess what? You're not under any kind of contracts with vacations. Am I making sense? So if I decide I can quit, all right, I can quit after the cruise. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it still wouldn't have come out to what I would have paid for that trip if I would have just went without the network. Hopefully you guys are really understanding so that you will understand how to share the opportunity. That's number two. Most people that look at that presentation. Now, I want you to understand this, ladies and gentlemen. When a person is looking at the presentation, let me say this: the way that presentation is put together. Now, let me go here. I'm gonna help you really understand this today and how to build this. When you look at this presentation, right? Does that picture make a difference? Does this picture make a difference when the presenter is saying, how would you like to take your children to Disney? Does that make a difference when you see the picture right there, right? How would you, like when you look at me as a presenter and I say, how would you like to take a luxurious trip out to one of the hottest resorts that's on the planet right now, right? See, and I'm looking at, I'm really helping you guys really understand. How would you like to go out to Vegas? How would you like to cruise the Atlantic? These cruise ships are like cities on water. Do you think the pictures are moving anybody emotionally at the time while the presenter is actually presenting? Sure, it is. Absolutely. So when you see me, so when I say, okay, I don't need you to go trying to make it logical. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't need you trying to make it logical because most people don't buy on logics, do they? I'm just telling you this. I'm giving you a whole secret. I'm giving you the whole secret of selling. People move, they're moved on the emotional side of their body. So if you're out there trying to make it sound all logical and stuff like that, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to lose. You might get some people, but you're going to lose most of the time. Am I making sense? Because you're trying to make it too logical. But when they see these pictures, now, when they start hearing, if I said to a person that's listening to me right now, right, and I'm looking at, hopefully everybody's listening. The one thing about the travel industry, it's right now it's generating 2.5 billion a day. Is there anybody that you might possibly know right now that could be on a trip right now that you know? Is there somebody at your job right now that you know they could have came to you and said, hey Fran, I'm getting ready to go. I know you're a travel agent. Can you book this trip for me? Right? Are you following what I'm saying? They say this is $2.5 billion, 29,000 seconds. Some of you already know people who are what? Traveling. Yes. So at the end of the day, if you had a business card, you can give that business card to everybody you know and just say, listen, I'm a travel agent. If you ever need your next trip, give me an opportunity to save you some money. Am I making sense right now, ladies and gentlemen? Right? You can give that card to everyone. It's just your travel business, your travel, because everybody in here is considered a travel agent. Now, how many people did I say? How many people did I say give that card to? I said give it to everybody, right? Everybody. Today, the holiday season is going to be here. You want to really start off a conversation? Start the conversation off by simply saying, listen, I'm going to be giving you a card. I'm giving you this card just to let you know. Let me tell you, if you're ever interested in going on a next trip, you know, can you give me an opportunity to save you some money? Now, ladies and gentlemen, can we all be honest? Can we all be honest and say to ourselves and take responsibility that we haven't done that with everybody we know? Can we honestly just like take responsibility right now, saying that, you know what? I done seen a whole lot of people that I didn't never give my card to and just let them know I'm a travel agent. Hopefully, I'm helping somebody on a day because I really want us to take responsibility. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, they said we're at the point of being an $8 trillion industry right now, and we're soon to go to 15 trillion in the next decade. That's over the next 10 years. How many of you plan on being here for the next 10 years? I'm just talking about being living, like living. How many of you plan on living for the next 10 years? At least. I know I'm gonna be here till I'm 100. I already know that, right? So can I truly say I'm committed for the rest of my life? Period. I'm committed to for the rest of my life. All right. Is there something that comes with commitment? Yes, it is. Right. So I got that. When you purchase a timeshare For anybody that has purchased a timeshare, is there a commitment in purchasing a timeshare? There is a commitment. Okay. Thank you, Fran. I appreciate that. You know, I know a lot of people are we've had one of our leaders leave, and then a lot of people get a little antsy. Can I say to everybody that's in here today, we not going nowhere. Y'all know I've been with this company for 10 years. We're not going nowhere. All right. Also, I want y'all to know so I don't forget this. We are having a Christmas party in the DC area. All right. For all of those that's there, we just got confirmation that our CEO will be able to make that particular event. He will be at our Christmas party. Everybody is invited to the Christmas party. We're just asking you. And guess what? If you're in driving distance, get in the car and drive on down. I can promise you we're going to make it worth your while. We are definitely going to be acknowledging a lot of people. This is December the 17th. December the 17th, I will definitely have um, the flyer and all of that stuff up. Okay, we just have to make some changes on the flyer, but I will make sure you all get the information. The other thing that I'm asking you to do, I want everybody to bring a gift. Everybody needs to bring a gift. That's the only way. I'm not asking you to pay at the door. We got all kinds of hors d'oeuvres. We got the DJ. We got a comedian. We're going to be giving out stuff. We're not asking you to pay nothing to get in. All we are doing is asking you to bring a gift, and you're going to get a gift for the gift that you're bringing. So it's a time of gift giving, and we're asking you to spend at least $20 on that particular gift. Everybody got that? So back to my wonderful training. So now, ladies and gentlemen, you all have a website like this, right? Everybody has one of these. Okay, everybody has one of these. Ours is powered by Priceline. Okay. Anytime somebody goes to your website, um, I'll make sure all of that information is given for the web. Just make sure you are tied into our Creators of Wealth group as well. I think I need Lynn to go ahead and put that on. I'll actually make sure that information is up. The Creators of Wealth. I'll make sure all of that information is given for the anybody ever heard of it? Well, it's called Proud Money, but it's down on the waterfront. I mean, it's like right outside front of the yacht club out there. You're gonna love this place. It's beautiful. They already told us it's already hooked up for the holiday season. I'm telling you, we are gonna have a blast. Proud Marys, and they got the best. I understand they got the best food. In fact, I'm gonna go out there before we go and has some deals. They're gonna have a menu just for us, Proud Marys. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, every time somebody goes to your website, you get paid 75%. So now let me ask you this question. When you're giving somebody your card, right? When you're giving somebody your card, shouldn't your website be on that card for somebody to go to? Because, like, at the end of the day, you are actually making sure that the more cards you give out, the more traffic and opportunity you'll have for somebody to go to your site. Am I making sense? Now, what I would advise you to do, and I'm going to say this, I need everybody to type ownership. Just type ownership. When you look at this business from a place of you ownership, what is the name of your company. You do not work for vacations. Can I want everybody to hear this. You do not work for vacations. You are contracting with vacations. Am I making sense? Yes or yes? So like Debbie just said, living golden travel. So now, ladies and gentlemen, right way travel, making travel moves, upscale dream travel. So when you have your business card out there, what is the name of your business on the card? Not vacations. Is that making any kind of sense, ladies and gentlemen? Hear what I'm saying? You are branding that name, not vacations. Yes? Yes. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, whose business is it that you're going to be when you write your will? Right now, listen, when you write your will, who is that going to go to? Can you will vacation to your family? Can you will vacation to Shirley? No, you cannot will vacations to Shirley. Shirley cannot will vacations to her children. Am I making sense? Yes? No? Right? You can't will that. But I sure enough can will the name of my company. This is my company right now. All right. Hopefully, all of you, just in case you didn't know, have a will or should have one and get one. Period. I just experienced that episode yesterday when I buried my father-in-law. I don't know why family want to fight during that time of who get what. That just don't make sense to me. But when you don't have a will, it always happens. All right, please. Exactly, Fred. Please, the other thing I want you guys to do, listen and listen closely. I want you to get your own website. All right. Get your own website. You can do that. I suggest Wix free. It's called Wix or something like that. I know GoDaddy has a way that you could get a website. That's the ones that we normally use. And it's only like $5.99, I think, a month or something, or maybe a year. You follow what I'm saying? But if you look at get your own website, ladies and gentlemen, this is so important. Now, listen, this is the other thing. A lot of you know that that's really nice. Um, a lot of you know, let me see something. Oh, that is really nice, Debbie. Okay. Now, listen, a lot of you know that I have been using Indeed, right? Indeed.com for marketing for other people. You follow what I'm saying? Now, the thing is, a lot of people's applications have been getting denied because Indeed is a job site. Did you hear what I just said? It's a job site. It's a recruiting site for people who are looking for jobs. Am I making sense? The only thing that Indeed misunderstands, like a lot of people do when it comes to multi-level marketing, they believe that if you have to pay something to get in the business, it's multi-level. They really misconstrue things. They really don't understand the business model. Like a lot of people that's on jobs, when you say, ladies and gentlemen, this company pays out every Friday. Am I making sense? Yes or yes? For the work. If you do the work. Every Friday you can get a check here and you get a check on the 15th of every single month. All right. So the reason why I say on your website, on your personal website, make sure it is not connected to Vacation's website. Did you hear what I'm saying? It's not connected because the moment that they click on that, and if you know they're doing some research on your page, you don't want them to go connecting and they find out that you're connected to multi-level marketing because they're going to decline your site. But like when you look at it from me and Miss Lynn, what we do, we say we're actually looking for travel agents, right? Seeking travel agents to partner up with us at I am into travel. Is that making sense? I am into travel. So then when they go to her website, they will see a number of places that she went, stuff that she does, a lot of your vendors, like your why can't I say this word? I need some water. Vendors and suppliers that's out there, they actually have links to their site that will link them to Carnival. So you put those types of links on your website. You follow what I'm saying? So once you are certified with companies like, Carnival, FunJet, what's the other one? Vax, those links you can put into your into your website. Does that hopefully everybody get that? All right. So when they go, they looking for travel, boom, boom. Let me tell you something. Listen to this. I used to have an office here in Philadelphia, in which I'm about to get a new office here. I used to have an office here, right? And when I had the office, I would put in the paper travel agents needed, work from home, no experience necessary, will train. All right. And it would be like commission based only. Commission based only. Anybody know what commission based only for? I think we all know it. It basically states you get paid if you sell something. You bring money to the company, we'll pay you. All right. And a lot of people would definitely be like, mm-mm. So what I did was I had that in my office. So watch this. In my office, when you walked in, it was the front lobby where everybody had to fill out an application. Now, I want y'all to listen to me from an entrepreneur and a business standpoint, right? When you go to a job, do you not have to fill out an application or go online and put in some information and then show them like what kind of schooling you got and all of that stuff, right? So it's the same thing that I do when I'm looking at it from a standpoint of business partners. Okay, this is exactly what I'm sharing with you. So when you now watch this, ladies and gentlemen, did I pay for that ad in that paper? Was I the one to pay for that ad? I literally. Now, can I ask you a question? In any business, don't you have to market that business? And that's what they call and they consider overhead, right? So watch this. Like I'll just go with my Indeed ad. My Indeed ad cost me $131 last month. Okay, $131. Right? Now watch this. And I'm gonna just show you this right here. I'm gonna just show you this process so that you can really see why. Can y'all hear me? Am I breaking up? Linda just said I'm breaking up. Am I breaking up now? No, thanks. Okay. I'm trying to see. No, can you hear you? Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me? Can everybody see my screen right now? Right? All right, Indeed.com. And this is how I got off of my job. Okay, I just want you to understand this. When you're actually looking at network marketing, now I was working 70 to 80 hours out of the week, right? Now, when you look at this is the job, this is the actual ad that I actually have. Senior travel consultant. Are y'all, can everybody see this? You can't see my screen, but I can hear you. Okay. All right. So most people can see the screen. Can y'all see the screen? Yes, 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 screen, yes, screen. Okay. So when you look at this, right? First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, I am out. If I'm working at the job 70 to 80 hours, like I'm most of the time at work doing my stuff at this time. So what I would do is I would say this is senior travel consultant, as you can see this, right? Now when you go to jobs, and I'm gonna go to where it says right here, performance report. Can everybody see this right here where it says $103.12? And I kind of open it up a little bit, right? It said $103.12. So if you look at this, it says right here, I have had 75 people who have responded to this ad. So now while I'm at work, I'm investing in my business. Ladies and gentlemen, is there any business out here that you don't have to invest in? Is there any business out here that you don't have to invest in to keep the business going? No, not at all. So listen, when we first tell you to get signed up, the first thing we tell you is in order to run a business, you need capital, right? You live in a capitalistic society. You need capital. Am I right? Yes or yes? You do need capital. So, with that being said, with the first 100 people that we say, you're going to have some people that will literally say, you know what? Okay, I'm joining. I'm joining. I'm joining. I'm joining. I'm joining. So now, once you have those people that join, right? Then they have some people that join, then you're going to get to a place where you're getting paid. Once you're getting paid a check at the end of the week, and you're getting yourself a monthly check. Ladies and gentlemen, do any of that money go back into your business? Yes or yes? You got to put some money back in your business. You cannot run a business and not be willing to put back that little $69. That's just the $69. But if you're not willing to put some money back, right? Now, if I spent $103 here so far, and I don't pay that until the end of the month. I have 75 people who are interested. Just in the law of numbers, ladies and gentlemen, is it possible that at least one person, after looking at that information, is going to say, I'm interested in what we have? If you don't believe in the company itself, you'll never be well off in this business. You gotta see the value here. So now watch this, just to kind of fall back a little bit. That's too small. Tanisha. Mm, hold on. Wow. Hold on. Hold on, 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 hold on. Let me go to my email real fast. And everybody can see this. I want you to see it from here though. Can y'all still see my screen? Hold on. Da, 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 da. Ah. Also, do you see, if everybody can see this, senior business analyst, home health aide, look at some of these applications that have actually come in just from assistant store manager, just from this ad. So it's not family, it's not friends or anything else like that. Eventually, you have to get from a place that you're only talking about. You know, you're talking to your family and friends. Yes or no? Can y'all see all of these? I mean, I think they're big now. Okay, hold on. Can everybody see these names and stuff? Like if you look right here in the middle, you should be able to see that. Right? Everybody can see that? Yeah, okay. Awesome. Okay, 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 okay. All right. So now, hold on. Y'all don't be reading my emails because this is my email stuff. Don't be checking. Okay, here it is. All right, I was typing in her name is Jenny. All right. All right. See this person right here? And I want y'all to, I'm gonna open up this big so you can actually see this. All right. As you see this person's information, now this was back in October the 20th. Can everybody see that now? The numbers that I'm showing you? Lynn, can I get some water? Yes, no, maybe so. Can everybody still see what I'm showing? All right, y'all see this, right? So if you look here, it says, watch this. Congratulations. Now, at what I did when I showed it to her, it says, congratulations, you have been invited to one of our online webinar orientations to be held at 4 o'clock. Here is the directions on how to log on to the webinar, and then it gives her the information of the webinar. Y'all can see that, right? It's still small. Goodness gracious. Y'all better get some. Y'all better get some. Y'all better get some dang going. Is it still small? It's still small. Oh, okay. So if you notice, it said congratulations, boom, boom, boom. Here is the directions. So what did I do, ladies and gentlemen? I invited her to the webinar. I don't get into a whole lot of information when these people, when they actually sent, after I do a quick telephone interview with them, get to know them a little bit, and then I send them to the information. So after she went to the webinar, she says what? Hello, Kemp. And I want y'all to see the date on this. What's today's date? This was yesterday. Today is the 19th. This is today. I mean, yesterday, right? I am very much interested in both sides of the business. When you have a chance, feel free to give me a call. I have a couple of questions. Thank you. And at that point, I sent her an email and said I did attempt to call her, and guess what? She called me back. Am I making sense? At the end of the day, she signed up. Now, that's one. If that one signs up, doesn't that cover? And in my case, I want y'all to listen. Once you hit the people that I have hit, I get almost $100 to sign up a person because I kept on. I must keep on building. I'm not just gonna stay here. I'm gonna get like every personal that I sign because I've hit National Diamond. It's almost like $100. But even in your case, you sign up one person, you just made $70. So you're investing in your business so your business will give back. Am I making sense? That's how business works. And I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, the more you invest in your business, the more committed you'll be to your business. Am I making sense? The more you invest in the reason why a lot of people can walk away and go other places and do other things because they're not vested. Did you hear what I just said? You're not vested. When you actually, like, if you're on a job for 15 or 20 years, you're vested. It's like, man, I got my whole life. Some people are so vested in their job that they really don't even have nothing else that they know how to do. And I'm gonna be honest, my mother was one of them. My mother started working on her job at 16, I want to say, when she had me. And she worked on her job from 16 years to till she was 59 years old. And then they fired her. You hear what I'm saying? And I don't want nobody to get caught up like this. They fired her. All my mother did was work at that hospital. Am I making sense? All she did was work at that hospital, and she gave that hospital 100% of her time and efforts. And I'm talking about when they fired her, she was working 7-day work weeks. She was working 3 days in the ER, and then she was working 4 days for the MRI. Am I making sense? So she was giving everything to that job. When they fired her, she didn't even have a certificate, a GED, or because she dropped out of school in 8th grade to start working just to keep a roof over our heads. Hopefully, somebody is going to hear this story that I'm saying today. And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, give your business something. Start investing in your business. Start giving your business some time of commitment. And I promise you, this business will literally take care of you. And if you don't need it 100%, it pays all my bills now. But guess what? It can pay some of your bills. I hope you hear my heart today, because don't let somebody mislead you. If they're not happy with something, they're not happy with something. All right. December the 1st, we are going to start a 40-day challenge. Now, 40 days is a commitment. All right. There's a reason why you need to be committed to this for a period of time. Listen to what I'm saying. 40 days, 40 nights. When you're committed for 40 days and 40 nights, there takes some sacrifice there. Yes or no? There will take some that takes some sacrifice. That ain't see when I say committed, I'm saying it takes some sacrifice. Now, in the midst of that 40-day challenge, we will be doing from December the 1st to about January, I want to say the 15th. We are going to be doing webinars and really building this business over these next 40 days. 40 days is what helped me to get to Diamond, December the 1st, which simply means you are going to be committed strongly. Now, can I say this? 40 days is a very long time for a committed. All right. But ladies and gentlemen, that's actually what set me up to the point that now I'm able to have the lifestyle that I have. Does that make sense? Was it worth me when I started? And this was 2013 of December, that 2013, for those 40 days, I was so focused. I wasn't doing anything. I couldn't do anything. And let me tell you something, it would have been a little bit harder if maybe I had some other things. But a lot of times when you actually have some things, and I'm just telling you about this particular business model, and I'm just being straight up and forward. But I believe that it's so worth it that in those 40 days that I literally said, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this, I'm not going nowhere. I'm so committed. I was letting everybody know I'm not going to be doing nothing for these 40 days because I'm committed to building my network marketing business. And within those 40 days, literally, I had over 500 people in the business literally in 40 days because it was like with that was the mission, so everybody knew and everybody that was jumping on was also committed for that 40 days because the goal is $5,000 to $10,000 within your first 6 to 12 months. See, that's a strong. See, we're not talking like you can build this over the years and you can start making thousands of dollars and hundreds of dollars. You can make some money. But if you want to really get to that place where your network, and I'm gonna be honest with you, you only need about 3 or 4 people who are ready for that level of commitment. So I'm going to be doing a special call for this 40-day challenge. If you're interested, I need you to and just listen to what I'm saying. If you're interested, I need you to contact me on Facebook, okay? Or you can send me a text, 404-333-8430. Because in the midst of that 40 days, I'm going to have some leaders as well that I'm going to be working with because it's important that I make sure that you are very well versed in the presentation. Okay, we're opening up some new markets. We're opening up some new markets right now. I see Newark starting to blossom out. Shreveport, Louisiana, we will be in. Little Rock, Arkansas. Uh, Obviously, Philadelphia is already out, but at the end of the day, these are going to be the markets. In those 40 days, there you will actually have to get onto a webinar. So people are going to be like, well, I got this to do. I understand that. I'm not. I can't stop people that's more committed. They got other stuff going on. That's not the part of the program. But I will say for those that are actually, yeah, New Orleans as well. I'm gonna be talking to people like the Jackies. I know Coach Kevin. I know Coach Pelham. A lot of them are really serious about this next run that we're going to go out, and we've done this. So we have several six-figure, people who have actually replaced their jobs. We created 3 diamonds already, which means we can create more diamonds. It's just that it comes with a level of commitment. Debbie Vitale just text me and let me know. So these are the people that I'm going to be working very strongly with over the next 40 days as we go through this. And I'm going to tell you, we are going to be all in on this. It's important that while we're doing these webinars, we have a very supportive group on these webinars. Why? Because on the main webinar will be at 9 o'clock. I do one at 4, but that's actually setting it up. And during that 40-day challenge, we do some other things that's like, there'll be a day where we actually do have like a day where we're doing a webinar hour on the hour on the hour on the hour, because it's like when a person is signing up, they have, like, we want people to get paid right then. It is so important that you make sure the person gets paid when they get signed up. So that's why we do the webinars. So if Donna is a part of the group, right? Now, Donna, what is our first goal? Okay, Donna, I'm going to have you, have 3 or 4 people on your next call. And at that time, we're going to also be giving the travel vouchers away. We're going to be giving away travel vouchers. So for every guest that gets on the call, they will be getting a 3-day, 2-night voucher that they can get, whether they get involved or not. At least they listen to the information. They will actually, watch this, ladies and gentlemen, get them a 3-day, 2-night getaway. Okay, so you'll have that for leverage. We're also going to have, in that 40-day commitment, we're going to have a travel party. We're going to have a travel party. Okay, so Rashina just texted me. Rashina got to national, and like, I believe literally we're working on her to the next level. But it's like, you want to get paid. Once that person is paid, ladies and gentlemen, that helps the belief system. And what's even more important is that, watch this, you get that monthly fee out of that person's pocket. You follow what I'm saying? My goal is to make sure that you never pay another monthly fee out of your pocket. That's what you're committing to. You're committing to the full. Is any of this making sense to anybody? Okay. You're committing to that. Once a person don't have to pay that monthly fee, they're yours pretty much for life. I'm not going nowhere. This don't cost. This ain't costing me nothing. My business is paid for if I don't do nothing but use it for my own personal travel. Okay. Yeah, now you got a lot of people that never paid it. The beautiful thing about this, ladies and gentlemen, is because now the company is paying out $70 to every person when they sign up one. Guess what? Doesn't that cover a monthly fee? You follow what I'm saying? The $70 covers. So that means that person only needs to sign up one person. The other thing, which makes it even stronger as we build out this network, if you look at Shirley right now, if you look at Debbie Vitale, you look at Rashina, you look at a lot of these people, listen to what I'm saying. If you look at a lot of these people, they have already shared it with 4 people, and they have 4 people on their 4th levels. Are you following what I'm saying? So now every time they sign up new people, those new people help somebody else, because that's where the spillover is now created. Are you following what I'm saying? So now if you get that into a momentum, now a lot of people are there. Just the spillover it's just imagine this. Imagine Rashina. In fact, I had somebody that called me the other day that said, I didn't know she fell on my and she fell on one of my leaders that's been in the business since 2007 in Boston, which was Yvette. So she was like, man, that's the first time I got spillover. Am I making sense? So with that being said, she was so excited. So now watch this. Exactly, exactly, Monique. Now watch this. Now, if you take these people, this is how the network will actually support the network. You have to have a infrastructure. Once you have the infrastructure, now one of the most important parts of this is that the leaders come together. Did you hear what I said? The leaders come together. We do not divide, we come together. It's not to the point, well, I got my own team now, so now I'm going to divide and start my own thing. Am I making sense? The alliance becomes stronger when we become stronger together. We don't need you to go out there and start a new website. We don't need you to go and start a new group. We don't need you to go and start this, because then you bring division into the alliance. Am I making sense? And now you weaken it, because now you got some people over here because I'm doing this. You got some people over here. So we have to, we really have to create that type of culture here in the creators of wealth. And I believe that might have been one of the mistakes that I've made at the end of the day. But in growing this, as we go into this next 40-day challenge, we are definitely going to be more, thoughtful of that, because we're never going to run out of people, ladies and gentlemen. It's like, we cannot be thinking from a place of lack or a place of scarcity. I'm scared somebody might take my people, or I'm afraid, this might happen. We can't think like that, because that's why we as a culture of people today cannot do business together, because everybody's afraid somebody going to take this. God did not set up his plantation like that. He set it up that, guess what? We all can prosper in here. All of us can prosper in this business if we do the business correctly, right? Even if you like Lynn, she definitely does the travel. But in the midst of that, those people that are 100% that's just doing the travel side of the business, that works in the business, because at the Kemp Satchel don't want to do the travel. So I'd rather give it to somebody in our network than give it to Vacations. Am I making sense? Do you see what I'm saying? Now watch this. Like here, I'm gonna go back to this screen here, just to help you guys understand what I'm actually saying. Let me see. All right. Do everybody see these people right now? Everybody see these people? Can everybody see the screen now again? Do y'all see the screen? Right? So I'm gonna show you how this really happened. All right, so everybody can see. I had a young lady sign up from Russia that was here. She speaks 4 different languages, right? Now, let me ask you a question. Do Kemp Satchel need to sign up anybody else personally? Do I need to sign up anybody personally? No. I don't need to sign up one person at all. Right? Why? Because I have people that's in my network that no matter what, guess what? Here's Monique. Can I say, Monique, I'm gonna tell you what. I have people, all of the people that's there with me, I can say, here, Monique, um, here goes somebody. I don't need them. Let's put them up under you. This is how I'm able to support the network. You follow what I'm saying? Also, in the midst of that, like here's Rashina. Now, Rashina is working towards national. What's my goal now? Work right directly with Rashina. You follow what I'm saying? And I'm gonna help her get, because national pin level is the most important pin level, because it opens up the door for all of your matrix income that's coming into the network. Am I making sense? So now, if now I see, now watch this. Here it is. I'm saying, okay, Nina, make sure you're calling me every day, because we're business partners now. You follow what I'm saying? You're my business partner. We're not just here because if I know Nina is working a job, I got your network. Kemp is here. 100%. The next thing is important is to make sure I get you to a point that you can be 100% committed. Because now once you're at that $5,000, $10,000 mark, you're considering walking away from this business. I promise you, when them numbers get there, you're gonna definitely consider either falling back on some of your hours at your job, or you might just be considering, because that's at the end of the day, I only needed about $3,000 to do this business by myself, that I didn't need the job anymore. And that's when I was able to go full time. But if you got those people that are committed, are you following what I'm saying? Who are the people you're going to look out for? It's that group, that network. Because at the end of the day, I need more leaders. And the more leaders we have, the stronger the network is. And guess what? We cannot lose. That's what we call network. We cannot lose. But if I'm looking over here, I'm looking over here, I'm looking over there, you're not committed. And there ain't nothing I can do. But it's like, Kep, I'm on your phone. When you look at each diamond that we have right now, and I can promise you, each one of those diamonds called me every single day. You follow what I'm saying? And that's how we actually got. So now Ron was supported through that. So at the end of the day, when we was doing those webinars, every single day, he had people on that webinar. Every single day, Preston had people on that webinar. Every single day, Bruce had people on that webinar. Every single day, I had people on the webinar. And if we did that for 40 days, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a lot of income that's going to be generated in a bunch of leaders. At that point, we had, man, 20, 30 internationals, 55, some type of nationals. It's easy. But we got to stand strong together. And that's all. At the end of the day, this ain't my first rodeo and ain't going to be my last. But at the end of the day, it's about, I know what I'm doing. You're willing to commit with it. Let's do it, because we'll never run out of people. So I've actually shared that I've been here a little bit longer than what I wanted to, but I want you to know I did get the text messages from those that are actually interested in moving with this 40-day challenge. And my goal is to actually help at least 5 to 10 people see that $5,000 to $10,000 income in this next year of 2017. We did it in 2016. We're going to do it again in 2017 for those that are committed. Make sure and I will definitely send you, just send me a text. I'm gonna put all of those that send me a text in a group. Okay, I'm gonna put everybody in a certain group, because I will not be communicating any of this online. All of this is going to be through our phones. You're going to get a text message from me, and those that literally come in alignment, those are the people that I'm going to be texting. So the only way you will get the information, I'm gonna use an entirely different time and platform for this particular movement. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. When you look at what has just taken place, when we say this daggone president that they just put in place, it's time for us to take our economy into our own hands. I'm not worrying about the president. I'm just making sure that there's a lot to it. I have a personal development call in the morning that, guess what? Even though the call, you may not be able to get on it in the morning, it is going to be imperative that you listen to that personal development. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this, and I promise you, I'm going to digress. You cannot do this business without growing every day personally. You cannot survive this business without personally growing every day. Did you hear what I just said? You can't do it. You can try it, and you don't have to listen to me. But I'm only going to tell you as a leader, and I'm not the person that I lead from the back. By, that, like the guy that had the whip, psh, 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 and bail that cotton on. I don't lead from the back. I lead from the front. Everything that I'm doing, you should be doing. I'm at every event. You follow what I'm saying? And this is really important. I'm not going to tell you something that I don't do. When it comes down to planning and journaling and writing down things and being specific and writing things down and making it plain, it is so important that you are listening and personally developing yourself. It don't have nothing to do with your team and all of that stuff. It's you as that person. Am I making sense to somebody today? I'm reading books. I'm becoming better. Stop looking for the stuff to be easier. Just you commit to becoming better. I'm committed. I just purchased a book here. It's called, now watch this. It's called Build a Team, Not a Downline. Okay? Here's the book right here. Build a team, not a downline. Follow what I'm saying? Now, watch this. Anybody want to know what the first chapter is? The first chapter. What does it say? Everybody see that? I want everybody to see that. I want you to type that today. Become who you are looking for. You follow what I'm saying? Would you want to be recruited by you? Become who you are looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, I will never attract, I will never attract people that are committed unless I become committed. Am I making sense? I will never attract people who are committed unless I'm committed. Like, for instance, am I going to be on that webinar for 40 days and 40 nights? Absolutely. And if I'm not there, I will never, ever, ever have somebody. And I'm just being very transparent. That's it. You want to build a team and not a downline? You're going to see some things different. And that's why I'm reading these things, because this is it. So with that being said, I need everybody on my site. I want you to go and just type in, just go in there and type on the things, 40 days and 40 nights, December the 1st, 40 days and 40 nights, December the 1st, 40 days and 40 nights. You all in? 40 days. The other thing I need everybody to do that's on our team, I just put up Paycations 100%. Just put that on your page. Paycations 100%. Put that on your page. Paycations 100%. We are going to build an army right now. It is not a point of me dictating you. But listen, my economy is so important, and hopefully yours is just as important. And I'm just willing to help those that want to be helped. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you not to leave. I'm not telling you nothing. My goal is just to constantly be on how important it is to move forward. And again, all of those that sent me texts, I will go ahead and you will get a text from me before the day is out. If you don't, make sure you text me again and go from there. That's going to start December the 1st. You guys have an incredible weekend for yourself. You know, stay focused, get your focus together as you get ready to go into 2017. I don't want to wait till 2017. I want us to go in 2017 strong. All right? Just send me that text and I'll go from there. God bless. Take care. Take charge. Take control. And remember, if you don't, somebody else will. God bless.